Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. Cryptocurrencies are here to stay. In fact, their use is expected to grow sharply with more than 100 million users by 2020. Still, there's one thing that's holding back mass adoption of cryptocurrencies: concerns about security.
If we just look at the numbers, last year, 2018, we saw that just around 2.5 billion US dollars was stolen from cryptocurrency wallets. What we actually did is we analyzed all existing solutions, be it hot wallets, hardware wallets, and what we basically found is what we call crypto's box of Pandora, which is basically the online connection. We took the entire thing offline. So we have a solution where you absolutely have no connection whatsoever. Let's say your private key, we create it offline on our device. We keep it on that device if we need to do transactions, whatever it may be. So the first thing we thought about when we had the idea and the vision of our product was we need a partnership that can give us the funding and give us the tech acceleration that we need. And it was actually quite an easy choice. We thought about IMEC almost instantaneously. It's a Belgian player, they're not so far away from us. A couple of months into the acceleration program of IMEC, we noticed that they bring to our project the teams we need to build an amazing solution as the one we actually try to build. If we look at cryptocurrencies today, we see that one thing is really missing to go for that global worldwide adoption of the blockchain technology. And for us, it is security, super secure solution that is super easy to use. And we believe that together with IMEC, this is exactly what we're going to build.
Hi everyone, my name is Ruben Merre. I'm co-founder and CEO of NGRAVE. And NGRAVE is a digital asset security company on a mission to radically improve your security and your ease of use when you're managing your cryptocurrencies. So 2 years ago, me and my two co-founders, we came together with the same problem. And the problem was, which solution would we entrust with our very first till our very last Bitcoin with? And we just couldn't find the answer. So we decided to build it ourselves. And now 2 years later and amazing partnerships further, we can tell you that we effectively built this solution. And it is called the NGRAVE Zero hardware wallet. We built it with the world-leading institution in nanotechnology called IMEC, as well as the world-leading research and development, the research group for applied cryptography called COSIC. And the COSIC guys, for example, they're known for hacking the Tesla cars, and they're currently leading the post-quantum cryptography standard. So let me tell you a bit more about the NGRAVE Zero. What's so special about it? Well, first of all, it is 100% offline, meaning there is no need for a USB connection or any kind of network connection such as 4G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or anything else. It's simply a standalone offline device with a on and off button on the side. So you can actually turn this device on, make your keys, make your crypto accounts, and manage them as well completely offline with a peace of mind that you have never experienced before. The second thing that's so special about the solution is that if somebody finds it, they cannot do anything with it. So it's physically tamper-proofed up until the level where the device will detect any kind of attacks and it will wipe itself and the keys. And thirdly, just to show you how serious we are about security, we certified the firmware on the device for EAL7, which is the highest security certification in the world, and we are the only ones in the blockchain space. And all of that is hidden behind a beautiful, slick touchscreen device and an intuitive experience. And just to show you the back, we have a built-in camera right here, and we have a fingerprint sensor right there to further optimize your experience. Now, imagine that you lose your hardware wallet. What typically happens is people will write down the key on a piece of paper, it's called a paper wallet. And we said that's probably not the best way you can do it, right? So we basically built a stainless steel solution called the NGRAVE graphene. So it can withstand house fires or any kind of extreme situations. And it is also an encrypted solution. So it consists of 2 plates, which you can keep on a separate location. And only if you have them together, you can know what the key is. Otherwise, you will never be able to know any single bit of information on the key. And so now I actually want to show you more in detail how the zero works. And for that, I'm going to go inside and you are coming with me.
Verdien een fulltime inkomen in slechts 1 tot 2 uur per dag. En nee, je hoeft hier niet eerst ontslag voor te nemen of een jarenlange studie voor te volgen. Het enige wat je nodig hebt om te kunnen beginnen is een laptop met een internetverbinding en 1 tot 2 uur per dag aan tijd. Je kan dus makkelijk naast een drukke baan of een studie en je hebt vooraf ook geen kennis of ervaring nodig. Nou, ben je benieuwd hoe je dit doet? Klik dan op de link bij deze video en schrijf je in voor mijn gratis training.
So, one thing I believe that really differentiates NGRAVE from other solutions is our end-to-end approach to security. And obviously everything starts with creating your private key. So let's have a look how we can do that with our NGRAVE Zero. So here I'm turning it on. Just turn it on here on the side button. This is the NGRAVE Zero, live in action. And normally the first thing you will have to do is authenticate your device. And so you do sort of a cryptographic attestation to ensure that your device hasn't been tampered with. Now I'm just going to skip that step and I'm going to create a new wallet. So here you can see that you can import the wallet, one that you already have, or you can create a new wallet. In creating a new wallet, we support mnemonic phrases, so like 24 words for example, but we also introduce a new key which we find under the NGRAVE wallet. And so basically it starts by you determining your PIN code. And then, and here it's important to understand, so now we're going to start with the key generation process. And what is so important about this process? Well, first of all, existing solutions, they just give you a key. So there might be a database that they have where they actually keep all the keys they ever made, and one day they might even disappear with your cryptocurrencies. So it's important that we remove the risk of NGRAVE or anybody else knowing what your key could be. And that's going to happen in this key generation process. And the second thing you have to think about is all these existing solutions use the interior chip to create a key, meaning that they, in many cases, already actually have some sort of a backdoor. So to take the backdoor away, we also include other aspects in our key generation process. So just to show you this, the first thing we do is we not only rely on the interior chip, we also include, for example, your biometric data, which is this step. So basically, I just tap here on the side, put my finger on the fingerprint. As you can see, I've done it 2 times. It has taken 2 images of my fingerprint. Let's do it a 3rd time. And now you can see that my fingerprint has been completely and well recorded. And now we can actually just go to the next step. So what is also happening now is you also have on the camera, on the back end of the device, the camera will also be taking in light from the light sensor that's built in. And all of that will be combined together with the interior workings of the chip into a key that will be, as you can see here, changing in real time. So this step is important because the fact that you can actually now interact with the key will make it impossible even for NGRAVE to know what your final key actually is, which is not the case with existing solutions. So you see the keys changing here all the time, and the only thing you can do is you can say freeze, unfreeze, freeze, unfreeze as much as you want. And then you can go to the next step, and here it becomes really interesting. Now you can highlight specific parts of the key. You can shuffle these as much as you like. You can switch it up also as much as you like. And basically, by doing so, it becomes impossible for NGRAVE to know what your final key is. So whenever you think you're ready, you can just tap next, and you will see your final key right here. And now I think it makes a lot of sense to have a look on what we have to do now. We have to create a backup, and obviously with existing solutions, creating a backup, it happens with a paper wallet, which I previously explained is not really the best practice. So what we do is we look at the first character here on our 0 screen, which is a 0 by coincidence. And now if we look at our graphene, what we have to do is we go and look in that first column and we look for the 0, which is here. We put in our automating embossing pen and we just make a hole. And if you now look well, you'll see that there is actually a very visible hole there. If we would assume that the second character is, for example, a 3, we will just put a 3 there and you will see 0, 3 and so on. So basically for every character on the 0, you will have a hole here in the 2 plates. If you would take these 2 plates separate, the only thing you have are holes here and insignificant holes there. But once you put them on top of each other, you actually see the full key. So that's basically the power of the graphene. So yes, we have made a backup. This is something we now have to confirm here. Voila. We can continue then to creating our dashboards. So you can say, for example, I want Bitcoin Cash, I want EOS, I want Stellar, and you can also just look for coins. For example, let's look for Chainlink. See, there it is already, Chainlink, voila, it's selected as well. And now you can just click next. Here in this screen, you will be able to scan just with your phone the QR code to download the app. And in the next screen, you can scan this QR code, which will basically directly sync all your accounts on the device to your app. So for example, here you can see these are my accounts on my NGRAVE mobile wallet. And that's it. Then you have actually generated your full dashboard. And as of this point, every time you log on, or let's say you start the device, you will hop on this dashboard screen. And yeah, so basically that was a very quick demo of the NGRAVE 0 and the NGRAVE Graphene solution. And we believe that with this solution, for the first time in history, we're actually capable of starting to truly own what is yours. Hi everyone, let's have a look at the key generation process with your NGRAVE 0. The goal of this process is that 1, you generate a key that is unique so that nobody else will ever have the same key as you, and 2, that your key is unpredictable so that nobody else can do the process again and still find your key. So let's have a look at how we do this with the NGRAVE 0. And the first thing you need to know is that normally existing solutions do this with the interior chip, which is specifically designed to generate such strong keys. The problem with them is that they have been proven to have backdoors. So we also use a key like that, a process like that, but we include external factors. One of them is light through the back side of the device with the camera. The second one is we add your fingerprint. So here I'm going to take 3 images of my fingerprint, and that's exactly what you see now on the screen. And the second thing we do is we also need to eliminate the risk that we can actually know your key. As existing solutions, they just give you a key, so there is a risk that they might know what your key is. We let you interact with the key as much as you like, up until the point that you are feeling comfortable that the key is known only by you. So you can, in this case, for example, select groups. You can change these groups as much as you want. And finally, you will have a key that has been created offline, has only been seen by you, is unique and is unpredictable. And that is the key generation process of NGRAVE.
What's really important besides having a very secure hardware wallet is to have an even more secure backup, which has to be everlasting and durable. Therefore, we introduced and created the graphene plates. This backup consists of two parts of stainless steel cryptographic puzzle. And how it works is simple. After having created your key, your master seed on the NGRAVE 0, you will transfer your 64 character key into the graphene plates. The first character of your key is a 0. Therefore, you will search for the 0 on the first row, which is here, and you will punch a hole with your embossing pen through the upper plate into the bottom plate. The second character is a 0, so you will do the same for the second row, like this 64 times. That means that after transferring your key, you will have a bottom plate with holes, random holes, and an upper plate also with random holes. That means that you need the two parts to be able to read and recover your key.
Hello! Security is obviously very important to us, but how can we prove to you that our software is secure? Well, there exist certifications for this. And the most common and the most widely recognized is called the EAL, or the Evaluation Assurance Levels. If you follow the common criteria, which is a specification set out to get them, you get a number between 1 to 7, the 7 being the highest. Until last year, there was no operating system in the world that got the classification of EAL 7, the highest possible. Well, the software that runs our secure firmware got the EAL 7, which is a first for the crypto world. It will take care of all your updates, the secure boot, of the isolation of the USB, and of securing your storage in the most secure way, and encrypting it with the strongest key. So that's why you will have the guarantee that it's really the best security in the world that's taking care of your assets.
Hi everyone, in this video I want to focus on the NGRAVE Liquid, which is the mobile app in our ecosystem. The NGRAVE Liquid is your last mile communication to the blockchain. And the first thing you ever do with your Liquid is you have to sync the accounts created on your Zero to your mobile app. The way that works is the NGRAVE 0 will generate a QR code that contains no data on the private keys, but it will have the data on the public keys. So you upload these public keys into your NGRAVE Liquid. The NGRAVE Liquid can then fetch the data from the blockchain in real time and give you a real-time overview of your accounts. And all of this with peace of mind, because you know that your private keys are always still offline on the Zero. You can send transactions, you can receive transactions, and also what's very interesting for most of you is that you can in the future still use your favorite app, your favorite exchange, and we will cater for the integration with the Zero through the same QR code technology.
Hey, but what about making transaction with the NGRAVE 0? For this, we will initialize a transaction request on the NGRAVE Liquid by selecting the Bitcoin account, for instance, putting the amount you want to send, scanning the recipient's address, defining the fee, and then the Liquid will generate a transaction request that still needs to be signed with your Zero. So for the Zero, I will select the Bitcoin account and tap on Send, where I will scan the transaction request, and the Zero will show the transaction it's about to sign. So verify the two information match before you sign the transaction. If that's the case, you can sign the transaction by entering your PIN codes, entering your fingerprint, and then the private key has signed your transaction by giving you the QR code of the transaction signature. With your Liquid, you can sign the transaction signature to broadcast your transaction back to the blockchain.
Hello. Today, let's talk about physical security. Our device has been designed from scratch, fully custom, just to protect digital assets. What does this mean? Well, first of all, there is 4 layers of tamper resistance. There is tamper protection. The casing is so strong, it's very hard to penetrate. Secondly, it's tamper evidence, meaning there is no way to open this device without leaving a trace, any kind of visible evidence that someone tampered with it. Thirdly, it's tamper responsive, meaning that the device itself has ways to detect if someone tries to open it. If so, it will erase all secrets from the secure element. Finally, there is something we call tamper resolution, which is referring to the enhancement in the key creation protocol where the user himself is involved, meaning that even if in the supply chain someone interacts with your device or tries to tamper with the key creation mechanism, because you interact with it, it's still impossible to bypass. And at the end, there is also many other layers, such as an electromagnetic resistant casing, making it very difficult for side channel attacks to happen, and many other ways to protect against those things, but I cannot go too much into detail here.
Hi everyone, let's talk coin support for your favorite hardware wallet, NGRAVE 0. These are the coins we guarantee we will support when we first ship, and these will also include the ERC20 tokens. The second thing that's important for you to know is that all the cryptographic protocols are already inside the device. For us, it is basically very straightforward for our team to add new coins over time. So let's have a look at how easy it actually is to add new coins. Your coins are simply always one tap away. You just select them and that's it. Also, you can look for them in this search bar here. Let's look for Tezos, for example. It's already there, it pops up immediately. There it is, and you can easily add a couple of other ones. And voila, so your coins are basically always just one tap away, and here they are.
Hello, I want to introduce you to some of the extra features of our wallet. We support the BIP39 standard, which is the standard in the crypto world that many of the other wallets use. You probably are familiar with it. It is known to you as the mnemonic backup. You have 12 to 24 words, and you can actually import those words into the NGRAVE 0 as well, and you will recover all your same accounts as on the other wallet. Secondly, the BIP39 standard also defines an extra security feature that we also implement. It's called the passphrase. I will show to you how it works on the NGRAVE 0. So, when you have opened your wallet, you can go to settings, and in the settings you can choose device protection. Device protection will show the option of passphrases. Here you can, after you understand that it needs its own backup, you can enter a one-time password, which I will do right now. I will just pick a password. Now remember, every password will unlock a whole new set of accounts. Once you have unlocked the passphrase accounts, you will see the mask icon next to the dashboard. And every coin now has different accounts with different addresses, which is an extra security feature.
Binance had about a $42 million hack.
South Korean cryptocurrency exchange biedt was hacked for $19 billion.
Tens of thousands, we're talking about tens of millions and hundreds of taking advantage of dollars being lost.
7,000 Bitcoin that were stolen from the hot wallet.
Today, holding cryptocurrencies is courageous. Tomorrow, it needs to be customary. It is time to build further on the minds that came before us. Never settle for less. It is here and now that you can take control of your money, control of your identity. Blockchain is just getting started. No more collusion of the centralized. Technology is nothing without the people. Nothing without the resonance of our everlasting disagreement with the status quo. To accelerate adoption, we need a revolution in empowerment, something more secure, something more convenient. This year, this month, this day, start truly owning what is yours with NGRAVE.
44,000 Ethereum. That's how much my previous project was hacked for.
As you know, this is not the only case.
That's why we created NGRAVE.
Our mission is to empower you to truly own your cryptocurrencies in a secure and intuitive way. Unlike traditional hardware wallets that still need a connection, imagine one where all connectivity is removed.
No Wi-Fi, no NFC, no Bluetooth, no USB.
We did it, and we call it the NGRAVE Zero.
We removed all online vulnerabilities. Your keys are never exposed, ever.
Even if someone gets their hands on your Zero, the device is designed to detect any intrusion, and it will wipe all the keys.
We developed our solution with world-leading institutions, and our secure firmware has earned a certification higher than banks. That's how serious we take security.
Transactions are made swift and simple using our mobile app and QR codes. Scan a transaction request, verify and sign it offline, and send the signed transaction back to the blockchain. Your phone has zero information on your private keys.
But it doesn't stop there. If you lose your hardware wallet, you need a timeless backup. Therefore, we created the NGRAVE Graphene. No more paper wallets. From now on, you can recover your keys from our stainless steel encrypted puzzle.
Le produit NGRAVE, c'est la solution pour garder vos tokens et votre crypto-monnaie dans un lieu sûr.
To ensure a great customer experience, we involved the end user throughout the entire process. Because of our journey, we deeply understand the need for quality assurance, which is why we make our products in Belgium, the heart of Europe.
Back us today and become part of Batch Zero. It is your crypto. Start truly owning what is yours.
We met the NGRAVE team back in 2019 when they joined us in New York City and San Francisco for the Benelux Catalyst program. Throughout our time together, they were truly the hardest working team in town. Always out and about, always hustling.
I remember when Ruben, Edouard and Xavier came to introduce themselves. It rarely happens that brand new startups know so well what they are doing. The vision on their first products and the know-how on their beachhead market and customer needs was impressive. And still is.
And they really impressed us with their passion for their business, as well as the expertise within their field and really their customer obsession. They hosted a number of user sessions at Belgium as well, where they gathered these future users, these future customers, as well as these leaders in their industry to get that much needed feedback on their prototype, as well as insights on potential future opportunities and challenges in new markets like the US.
Their first product is to revolutionize the cryptocurrency world and make it safer than ever before. In addition, the team complement each other very well. Xavier is an expert on the technical side and has gained experience in an international setting, which will be crucial going forward. Ruben is a great CEO and project manager, and despite his rather young age, he develops himself fast as a thought leader in NGRAVE's field. And Edouard brings in a lot of experience from the consultancy world.
We really are convinced that this kind of future forward thinking and them looking ahead at these new markets already will pay off in the long run because they created a deep and robust network as well as a really strong rallying cry for their vision of the future.
One of the key strengths, however, is that the NGRAVE team surrounds themselves with some of the world's best experts. They have developed their products together with IMEC, one of the world's leading research centers in nanotech digital technologies, and with COSIC, the world famous research department on the KU Leuven specializing in cryptography. All the technology, know-how and ambition are there to make NGRAVE a truly global player.
So with that said, we couldn't be prouder and we're excited to see their vision for the future become a reality and we hope to see them in the US real soon again.
Je crois vraiment que le projet est pertinent et que l'équipe qui est autour et les moyens mis jusqu'à présent le sont aussi, sont pertinents. Est-ce que ça va être un grand succès? Sans doute que oui, il y a un grand besoin et de ce que j'ai pu voir et que de ce que je connais, ceci surpasse vraiment la concurrence.
I met NGRAVE, was introduced through a common friend, a successful entrepreneur that went through the Accelerator Frankfurt program. And we set up a call to do our due diligence to see if we should accept NGRAVE to the April-May 2020 program. Initially, we're quite skeptical about hardware devices, but after the call, we found the team extremely driven and very convincing. So we decided to accept them into our program out of 800 companies that applied.
Il faut quand même savoir que beaucoup de gens stockent leurs secrets, leurs clés secrètes sur leur ordinateur ou sur une clé USB, pratiquement sans sécurité, et que donc si leur ordinateur est piraté ou s'ils perdent leur ordinateur, qu'on le vole, eh ben, en fait, c'est comme si on volait leur portefeuille.
We worked very closely with Ruben Mere, the CEO of NGRAVE, during the program, and found that he's an extremely capable and diligent person. He's a fast learner, and he wants to be able to know every single step of the process of manufacturing his device.
Et de mon expérience, de ce que j'ai vu depuis longtemps dans l'industrie, qui est vendu, qui est testé, etc., ben, ce produit-ci est certainement au top de l'état de l'art. Et en fait, une des raisons, c'est parce qu'ils utilisent évidemment les meilleures idées et aussi qu'ils sont sans doute moins pris par les contraintes industrielles habituelles qui veulent avoir des projets qui se terminent très vite.
Ruben is truly a passionate entrepreneur, and his passion also reflects to the rest of the team. He's able to surround himself with competent people, passionate people, and this is what is definitely required to bring NGRAVE to the global scale.
Finalement, en conclusion, le produit NGRAVE est la solution la plus avancée, bien au-delà de l'état de l'art connu aujourd'hui publiquement, qui permet de garder en sécurité, à long terme, sans crainte, vos tokens et votre crypto-monnaie.
The team thought very carefully on every step of the process to bringing this device to the public. I wish NGRAVE the best of success and hope to see you soon again.
Hi everyone, let's have a look at the key generation process with your NGRAVE 0. The goal of this process is that 1, you generate a key that is unique so that nobody else will ever have the same key as you, and 2, that your key is unpredictable so that nobody else can do the process again and still find your key. So let's have a look at how we do this with the NGRAVE 0. And the first thing you need to know is that normally existing solutions do this with the interior chip, which is specifically designed to generate such strong keys. The problem with them is that they have been proven to have backdoors. So we also use a key like that, a process like that, but we include external factors. One of them is light through the back side of the device with the camera. The second one is we add your fingerprint. So here I'm going to take 3 images of my fingerprint, and that's exactly what you see now on the screen. And the second thing we do is we also need to eliminate the risk that we can actually know your key. As existing solutions, they just give you a key, so there is a risk that they might know what your key is. We let you interact with the key. as much as you like, up until the point that you are feeling comfortable that the key is known only by you. So you can, in this case, for example, select groups. You can change these groups as much as you want. And finally, you will have a key that has been created offline, has only been seen by you, is unique and is unpredictable. And that is the key generation process of NGRAVE.
Zal de bitcoin ooit een gangbare of misschien zelfs dominante wereldmunt worden? Geraakt die belofte vervuld? Als volwaardig betaalmiddel schiet bitcoin op dit moment in elk geval nog tekort. Niet stabiel, niet gebruiksvriendelijk en vooral niet betrouwbaar genoeg. Maar er wordt aan gewerkt en niet alleen in Amerika.
Ja, dus,
dit is jullie product?
Dit is een van onze producten, ja.
Ruben Merre, 32 jaar, ontwikkelde met een aantal companen een toestel om bitcoins en andere crypto's in alle veiligheid te beheren.
Voor een gebruiker is deze ongelooflijk simpel. Je zegt gewoon een keer, ik wil een bitcoin-rekening, ik wil een bitcoin cash-rekening, een Ethereum-rekening, een EOS-rekening.
This is NGRAVE.
In cryptojargon wordt dit een cold wallet genoemd. Een soort kluis waarmee je je bitcoin-rekening offline kan opstarten en bewaren. Want op het internet hebben bitcoin-platformen nog altijd een schimmige reputatie.
Het is nog altijd wat de Wild Wild West, in de zin van, als je een portefeuille hebt online, is er heel veel kans dat het morgen of overmorgen door iemand er wordt afgehaald. Niet alleen per se door hackers, maar zelfs door de platformen zelf. Dat is eigenlijk een beetje wat wij aanbieden. Dus echte peace of mind, terwijl dat je bitcoin aan het stijgen is, zonder dat er eigenlijk iemand ermee kan gaan lopen.
Geen idee of u intussen zelf warm loopt om uw geluk te beproeven in bitcoin, maar wereldwijd is er in elk geval grote interesse in deze Belgische innovatie.
We verkopen sinds juni 2020 en we zitten nu aan ongeveer €1 miljoen omzet in pre-sales. Dus we shippen vanaf mid-april, dus binnen een dikke maand, gaan we wereldwijd, 80 landen, deze toestel gaan leveren, omdat we in 80 landen al verkocht hebben eigenlijk. Dus het is ook duidelijk dat mensen die echt wel willen, nodig hebben. Onze bedoeling is om minstens €100 miljoen omzet te draaien binnen 5 jaar ten opzichte van vandaag. En als we kijken naar de markt en de vraag, vooruitzichten hiervoor, is dat een heel realistisch, zelfs als niet conservatief doel voor ons.
Hoe avontuurlijk cryptofans ook zijn, blijft natuurlijk wel leuk als je zeker weet dat je op een dag zou kunnen cashen. In Amerika is in, maar vooral ook weer uit bitcoin stappen mogelijk en redelijk ingeburgerd. Maar in Europa moet de commissie eerst nog regels vastleggen.
Europa doet dat nu ook. Zij hebben met een heel mooi acroniem DORA, de Digital Operational Resilience Act, willen zij dat streng gaan reguleren. Wat misschien dan een beetje haak staat op heel dat anarchistische idee achter bitcoin. Dus je ziet dat daar toch een soort mengvorm komt, dat bitcoin naarmate die munt matuurder wordt ook wel een stukje meer in een pasvorm komt van het financieel systeem.
We weten bijvoorbeeld niet van wat is de consequentie als ik morgen mijn bitcoin verkoop en ik zet het op mijn bankrekening. Voor zover wij weten gaan banken nu zelfs zeggen van wow, van waar komt dat geld? Je hebt eigenlijk heel veel blokkages waardoor dat je niet weet, mag ik het nu cashen? Hoeveel procent belasting ga ik betalen? Er wordt al gesproken over 30 tot 50% belasting op je winst. Dus als je er morgen aan wilt beginnen, het is niet dat je zegt 2 minuten weg, ik ben klaar. Het is een echte zoektocht. Ja.
Dat de blockchain-technologie de komende jaren ons dagelijkse leven zal binnensluipen, daar mogen we van uitgaan. Maar of beleggen in bitcoin daarom een slim idee is, dat blijft de vraag van minstens 1 miljoen.
87% van